Hi, hope you're all well. Sitting in the sunshine, a place which I never thought I'd be 4 or 5 years ago when I was really ill. I didn't think I had long to live, to be fair. I'm going to go over a little bit of small stuff with a few additions. When I was taken into hospital 2019, I was very, very ill and thought I had liver issues in the acute medical ward, and I had ascites fluid with spontaneous bacterial peritonitis. Only 50% of people actually recover from that. So recover from that was a miracle really to start with. This ascites fluid is basically protein that the liver can't deal with. It kept building up, and each time it built up, you had what was called an ascites drain, where they put a long needle into your abdomen and drain off the fluid. It takes about 6 hours to drain it off. They took various amounts off, up to 26 litres at one point in one drain, which is a bit of a record, I think, for the hospital. Then I left the October, came back in November, and I had a seizure in the hospital. I think I've covered this in the past video. And I was still very ill, obviously. Got over at Christmas 2019, and then in the January of 2020, I deteriorated again, and my weight went to about 9.5 stone. I'm 6'3", so you can imagine what I was like. A lot of muscle wastage with this huge stomach. In 2020 I was admitted again, and I was told later that was the most ill that I'd ever been. You'll see on the thumbnail a photograph of how ill I was and how much weight I'd lost. What I want to talk to you about really is about how I got back to a reasonable level of health quite quickly, and that was following the doctor's instructions really. And another thing you've got to follow really, I saw a nutritionist in the hospital, and she guided me through basically what I had to eat, and then the exercise program. But you have to start eating a very clean diet. What I mean by that is lots of fruit and veg. It's common sense really. Things like chicken, don't have too much salt because that can affect the liver. And you've got to be very, very strict with this. Don't add any salt to your food, and just try and moderate any cravings you've got, because you will get cravings for chocolate and sweets and things like that. When you give it the alcohol, you've got to replace it with something. You've got to moderate all that. So over the next sort of year, I was still going for these ascites drains every 3 weeks, and that became a bit of a task, to be fair, because I used to have to get up at 5 in the morning because to get picked up by the patient transport service and would take me to hospital and start this drain off about 8:30. You were alone in a room, no TV, no radio, nothing, not even a phone signal. You had this huge needle in the abdomen just draining off the fluid. That was all sorted in the end, but what I'm mainly trying to push here is the nutrition side of things. When you eat properly, your body tends to recover. If you look like I was, plenty of fluid, plenty of water, diluted drinks, diluted orange, blackcurrant, that sort of thing is good for you. Not particularly fruit juice or anything like that. Chicken and fish, as many veg as you can get, and fruit. And just try and get yourself out for a walk, because initially I was, going back sort of 3 years, I was in a wheelchair, would you believe, for quite a lot of the time, and I couldn't walk properly. And I was told by the consultant, get up and start to walk a little bit, which I did. It was hard, I felt dizzy and I felt uncomfortable, because when you've been in hospital a lot, you just tend to lie. I know they try and get you up and out of bed, but you don't do any exercise really. You've got to focus on that and pull yourself around. So it's a bit of a miracle I'm actually here telling you about this, but what I want to emphasise is never lose hope and be positive, because if you do the right things, you follow the right advice, you listen to the right people, and don't deviate from that, then you will recover from this, because otherwise there's only one way it can go, and that's downwards. And I've managed to achieve a much better life out of this. My experiences of the past have moulded me into a much better person, and from this I've learned a hell of a lot about people and about life and how wonderful life can be. And I'm here really to help you if you want to be helped. And you can contact me for any advice that you may require, and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. Obviously, if you're enjoying the channel, then please subscribe, and I'll speak to you all very soon.